Okay, this is the verb section. At this stage in year 9, in the end of semester 1, these are the verbs you need to know. The ER verbs, the IRE verbs, and the IR verbs. These are the three families of regular verbs. Then you need to know the verb to be, être, the verb to have, avoir, the verb aller, to go, and the verb faire, to do. You also need to know the verb prendre, which is slightly irregular, and of course, the last thing we've seen this semester are the reflexive verbs. But the reflexive verbs have a regular conjugation. They just, you need to know the reflexive pronouns. Je me, tu te, il se, nous, vous, il se. Okay, so the first verb number 1, qu'est-ce que vous prenez? Okay, the verb prendre is je prends, tu prends, il prend. Nous prenons, not nous prendons, but nous prenons, one N. Vous prenez, one N, ils prennent, double N. Okay, the next verb, quitter, is a regular ER verb, so nous quittons, or an S ending. Si tu descends, it's a RE verb, so the endings for RE verbs, SS, nothing. So take off the RE and go SS, nothing. Qu'est-ce que tu fais ce week-end? Okay, so that's the verb faire becomes qu'est-ce que tu fais? Richard et Benoît, attendre is a RE verb, so you take off the RE and you add ENT. So Richard et Benoît can be replaced by ils in the plural, they, so ENT. Nous commençons, watch out, it has to be ONS, but you need to have the cédilla. Okay, verbs like commence, nous commençons or nous mangeons, we eat, have an extra E, and nous mangeons G-E-O-N-S to keep the sound je, and nous commençons is the same. Then vous commencez, il commence, so you only need the cédilla for the new form. The next one, réfléchir, is a IR verb, IS, IS, IT, ils sont, IC, is, at the endings. So Daniel is like he, il réfléchit, IT. The next one is a reflexive verb, which is se réveiller, ER verb, and it has to be je me réveille with an E. So it's a normal ER verb, but you need to have the reflexive pronoun je me. Nous mangeons. There you go, I was talking about that one. Nous mangeons. It's actually called a semi-regular verb because it's not entirely regular, but it's not entirely regular. So nous commençons, nous mangeons. The next one is choisir. So IR verb. So vous choisissez. That's the ending. IC is the ending. Amélie et Véronique, they go. Elles vont. Mes cousins, they have 15 years. Remember, for the verb, for the age, we say to have. So mes cousins, it's they. J'ai, tu as, il a. Nous avons, vous avez, ils ont. 13 is another reflexive verb. Je me, tu, te. And the tu will bring you the es endings. And je me, tu t'amuses. You're having fun. You enjoy yourself. Les magasins, they, ENT, because the verb is ER verb. Les magasins ferment. Same. Tourner is another ER verb. Il tourne, ENT. The next one, se dépêcher, is a reflexive again. Je me dépêche, tu te dépêches, il se dépêche. Nous nous dépêchons, vous vous dépêchez. EZ endings and the reflexive pronouns. Vous vous dépêchez. Sébastien et Caroline s'excusent. So ER verb again in the reflexive. They excuse themselves, well, they apologize. So ENT with s'excuse because Sébastien and Caroline is the equivalent of il in the plural, ILS. Les parents de Marion, there's going to be the RE verb, vend, so ENT. You take off the RE, les parents de Marion vendent. And les enfants, IR verb, les enfants remplissent, so I-double-S-E-N-T ending. And the next one's a bit tricky, comprendre, to understand. You can see the conjugation. Here you can see in infinitive, you can see prendre. So it's going to work like prendre. Nous comprenons, vous comprenez. Okay? So apprendre, comprendre, surprendre are all verbs that have prendre in it. So the conjugation will be like prendre. Est-ce que vous comprenez with one N? So make sure that you are familiar with all the verbs we've seen this unit, this semester. You need to practice the verbs. Go on Language Perfect. Watch at the end of your Touche 4 book because you will have all the verbs there. Jump on Language Perfect, practice them. You need to be totally comfortable with them.